Have you ever found yourself feeling out of breath after a simple walk around the block, or notice that your legs get a little more tired than they used to? It's easy to brush off these changes as just part of aging, but sometimes there can be signs of something more serious, like heart disease. The truth is, as we get older, our risk for heart disease increases, and it's important to know the warning signs so we can take action early. Heart disease doesn't always come with obvious symptoms, and sometimes it can develop gradually, making it harder to spot. But the sooner we recognize the signs, the sooner we can take steps to prevent it from becoming a major problem. That's why today we're going to talk about the signs of heart disease that seniors should watch for. Whether you've been feeling a little more fatigued than usual, or just don't have the energy you once did, these symptoms could point to a deeper issue. In this video, we're going to discuss several signs of heart disease that you should keep an eye on, and more importantly, what you can do if you notice them. Heart disease can be managed, and with these can be managed. Right knowledge and action, you can protect your heart and continue to live a healthy, fulfilling life. Let's start with one of the most common symptoms that often gets overlooked: chest pain or discomfort. Now, when we think about chest pain, we usually imagine something extreme, like a sharp, intense pain that suddenly strikes. And while that certainly can be a sign of a heart attack, it's not the only type of chest discomfort to be concerned about. For many seniors, chest pain from heart disease can feel more like a pressure or tightness in the chest. It might come and go, and you might notice it during physical activity, after eating, or when you're feeling stressed. It's easy to think that a little discomfort isn't a big deal, especially if it fades quickly, but that discomfort could be a sign that your heart isn't getting enough oxygen, which can be an early warning sign of heart disease. If you experience any kind of chest discomfort, especially if it's new or different from what you felt before, it's important to talk to your doctor. Don't wait for the pain to become severe. Get it checked out early. Another common sign of heart disease that many seniors experience is shortness of breath. Now, it's normal to feel a little out of breath after climbing a flight of stairs or exerting yourself physically. But if you're finding that you're out of breath even after simple activities, like walking across the room or doing daily chores, that's something to pay attention to. Shortness of breath could be a sign that your heart is struggling to pump blood efficiently, which means your body isn't getting the oxygen it needs. If you're feeling winded, even after light activities, or if you notice that you are becoming more easily fatigued than usual, it's time to speak with your healthcare provider. Sometimes, shortness of breath can be caused by heart conditions like heart failure or arrhythmias, which affect how well the heart functions. If this symptom is new or has gotten worse over time, don't ignore it. Talk to your doctor to find out what's going on. Now, let's move on to something that many seniors experience, but might not always associate with heart disease: swelling in the legs, ankles, or feet. You might notice that your legs feel heavier or tighter than usual, or that your ankles seem to be more swollen at the end of the day. While this could simply be a result of standing or sitting for long periods, it can also be a sign that your heart isn't pumping blood effectively. When the heart isn't working as it should, blood can pool in the lower parts of the body, leading to fluid buildup in the legs and feet. This is especially common in people with heart failure. If you notice persistent swelling or feel like your shoes are getting tight around your feet or ankles, it's important to mention this to your doctor. Sometimes swelling can also be caused by other conditions, like kidney problems or certain medications, but it's always worth getting checked out. These first few signs, chest pain or discomfort, shortness of breath, and swelling, are often the most noticeable early symptoms of heart disease in seniors. While they might seem minor at first, they shouldn't be ignored. Remember, The sooner you recognize these signs and get help, the better the chance of managing heart disease before it becomes a serious problem. Now that we've covered a few of the key signs to look out for, let's move on to the next symptoms. There are a few more things you might notice, especially if heart disease is starting to take a toll on your health. But don't worry, we're going to walk through each one and give you the tool you need to take control of your health. Let's keep going. Now that we've covered some of the more common signs of heart disease, let's talk about a few more symptoms that could indicate that your heart isn't functioning as well as it should. These next signs might be less obvious, but they're just as important to keep an eye on. One of these signs is unexplained fatigue. It's normal to feel tired every now and then, especially if you've had a busy day or didn't sleep well. However, if you are feeling unusually tired, even after a good night's sleep or after you've had a period of rest, it could be a signal from your heart. When the heart isn't pumping blood efficiently, the body's organs and muscles don't get the oxygen they need, which can leave you feeling drained and sluggish. Many seniors often attribute fatigue to aging. But if you notice that you're feeling more tired than usual, or if it's interfering with your ability to enjoy your day-to-day activities, it's worth paying attention to. This type of fatigue might not be a sudden dramatic change, but rather a gradual shift in your energy levels. If it feels like your energy is slowly draining away, or if you find yourself taking longer naps throughout the day, it could be time to check in with your doctor. You don't want to dismiss this symptom, especially if it's starting to affect your overall quality of life. Another symptom that often gets overlooked is dizziness or lightheadedness. If you've ever stood up quickly and felt a little dizzy, you're not alone. This happens to all of us from time to time. But if you're frequently feeling dizzy, especially when you stand up, or if you feel faint during physical activities, this could be a sign that your heart isn't pumping blood as effectively as it should. In some cases, dizziness is related to low blood pressure or arrhythmias, both of which can be symptoms of heart disease. The reason dizziness is so concerning is that it can indicate that your heart isn't supplying enough oxygen-rich blood to the brain. If you're feeling lightheaded regularly, or if you experience sudden dizziness or fainting spells, it's a good idea to speak with your healthcare provider. They can help identify the root cause and offer treatments or lifestyle adjustments to help manage the issue. Now, another sign that's closely tied to heart health is irregular heartbeat or palpitations. You've probably felt your heart race or flutter from time to time, whether it's from excitement, stress, or exercise. But if you notice that your heart is racing, skipping beats, or fluttering on a regular basis, this could indicate an arrhythmia, which is an irregular heartbeat. Some arrhythmias are harmless, but others can be a sign of a more serious heart condition, like atrial fibrillation, which increases your risk of stroke and other heart complications. Pay attention to the rhythm of your heart and don't dismiss any unusual feelings. If you're experiencing a rapid or irregular heartbeat that lasts for more than a few seconds or occurs frequently, it's important to get it checked out. Sometimes palpitations can be triggered by things like caffeine, stress, or medication, but they can also be an early warning sign of heart disease. Let's also touch on pain or discomfort in areas beyond the chest. When we think of heart-related pain, we often imagine chest discomfort, but heart disease can cause pain or discomfort in other areas of the body. If you're experiencing pain or a feeling of pressure in your arms, back, neck, jaw, or stomach, this could be a sign of a heart attack or angina, which is chest pain caused by reduced blood flow to the heart. This pain might be mild at first, and it could feel like a tightness or discomfort rather than a sharp, stabbing pain. You might even mistake it for something like muscle strain or indigestion. But if you've had any of these symptoms, especially in combination with other signs like shortness of breath, dizziness, or fatigue, it is important to seek medical attention right away. Early intervention can save lives, and recognizing these signs quickly can make all the difference. It's easy to brush off some of these symptoms as just part of aging or something minor, but they shouldn't be ignored. Your heart is at the core of your well-being, and taking proactive steps to monitor and manage your heart health is crucial as you age. If any of these signs sound familiar to you, don't hesitate to make an appointment with your healthcare provider. They can conduct the necessary tests to rule out any heart-related issues and offer guidance on how to protect your heart going forward. Now, we've covered a lot of the signs that you should watch out for, but there's one more thing to consider. It's not just about recognizing the symptoms. It's also about taking action. Noticing any of the signs we've discussed so far, don't wait for things to get worse. Reach out to your doctor, share your concerns, and make sure you're on the right path to keeping your heart healthy. I know it can be intimidating to think about heart disease, especially when some of these symptoms might seem minor. But remember, you're in control of your health. Small steps today can make a huge difference in preventing serious health problems tomorrow. Let's continue to dive into more signs of heart disease that can help you stay ahead of the game and keep your heart strong and healthy. Now that we've covered several signs of heart disease to watch for, there's one more important aspect we need to talk about: prevention and early intervention. Recognizing the signs of heart disease early is crucial, but knowing what to do next can make all the difference in protecting your heart and ensuring a healthy future. Let's start with blood pressure monitoring. If you're experiencing any of the symptoms we've talked about, or if you're simply looking to be proactive about your heart health, regular blood pressure checks are essential. High blood pressure is often referred to as the silent killer because it doesn't usually cause noticeable symptoms, but it can be damaging to your heart and blood vessels over time, leading to serious problems like heart attack, stroke, or heart failure. If you don't already monitor your blood pressure regularly, now is a good time to start. You can purchase an at-home blood pressure monitor and check your readings every few days or whenever you feel like something might be off. Your goal should be to keep your blood pressure under 120/80 If numbers are higher, talk to your doctor. They can help you figure out the best plan to manage it. Next, let's talk about lifestyle changes. Many of the symptoms we've discussed, like fatigue, shortness of breath, and swelling, can be alleviated by making small adjustments to your daily habits. Eating a heart-healthy diet, staying active, and reducing stress are all powerful tools for protecting your heart. If you haven't already, try adding more fruits and vegetables to your meals, cutting back on processed foods and salt, and finding ways to move your body every day. Even a short walk or some gentle stretching can improve circulation and support heart health. Exercise, in particular, is a game changer. You don't need to run marathons or go to the gym for hours. A simple 30-minute walk a few times a week can make a huge difference in your heart health. And don't forget about the benefits of stress reduction. Chronic stress can have a negative impact on your heart, so try to find activities that help you relax. Whether it's meditation, yoga, reading, or spending time with loved ones, make sure you're taking time for yourself every day. Now, when it comes to preventing heart disease, medication plays a key role for many seniors. If you've been prescribed medication for high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or other heart-related conditions, it's important to take it as directed. Don't skip doses or stop taking your medication without talking to your doctor first. These medications can help manage your symptoms and prevent further damage to your heart. If you're concerned about side effects or feel like your medication isn't working as well as it should, speak with your healthcare provider. They can help adjust your treatment plan to better suit your needs. Lastly, it's important to listen to your body. If you experience any of the symptoms we've discussed, whether it's chest pain, dizziness, fatigue, or shortness of breath, don't wait for things to improve on their own. Early intervention is key. Don't brush off these signs as just part of getting older. If you're unsure whether a symptom is related to heart disease, it's always better to err on the side of caution and get checked out by a doctor. You might be surprised to learn that early detection can lead to simpler treatments and better outcomes. At the end of the day, the best thing you can do for your heart is to stay proactive. Keep an eye out for the signs of heart disease. Make lifestyle changes that support your heart and seek medical advice whenever necessary. By doing so, you'll not only improve your heart health, but you'll also enhance your quality of life and enjoy the activities that bring you joy. Remember, it's never too late to start taking care of your heart. Whether you're experiencing some of these symptoms or just want to be proactive, taking small steps now can lead to big rewards in the future. Heart deserves attention, and you deserve to feel good and live life to the fullest. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found this information helpful and empowering. If you've experienced any of the signs we discussed, or if you have any tips or stories to share, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Don't forget to like the video if you found it useful and subscribe to the channel for more helpful health tips. Together, let's take care of our hearts and life, our best lives at any age. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.